Clown, Bingus, Dream, Jur, Broken Arm, Scar, Wobbly, Feedy. Alright. Today, I have the Vella to build, as well as show all 4 colors, so that should be fun. And then I also have SWG Beige, which will be in stock pretty soon. But I have review kits basically of all the kits, so I'll show those and use them on the Vella. But first, I was gonna go through the page, landing page for the Vella. I feel like I just streamed. That's funny. But here is the landing page. Make this a little bigger. I've kind of talked about it before, I guess, but I'll just go over the specs again. So 6063 aluminum case, carbon fiber accents and bottom plate. There's Winky is an HHKB, 6.5 degree typing angle, 17.5 millimeter front height, 1.1 kgs, and gummy O-ring mounted. And then it uses the Venom PCB or some standard 60% PCBs with the same O-ring cutouts. But it'll be sold bare bones, or you can buy the Venom at a discount pretty much. And there's the Venom compatibility. Some pictures, vendors. Here's all the vendors. Timeline. Oops, I should have updated that, but it's in stock tomorrow at 10 a.m. CST. The price, actually, it's a little less than this. It's $135 bare bones and $180 with the Venom. It's in stock starting tomorrow. No group buy. Contents is the case, top blocker, bottom blocker, back plate, badge, plate of choice, custom feet, gummy O-ring, and for the HHKBs, there's 2 HHKB silicones, which I'll show you. And then colorways, there's black, which I'll also show these in hand. But there's black with black carbon fiber, red with black carbon fiber, silver with silver carbon fiber, which is what Alex Sotos built, and then white with silver carbon fiber. It defaults to HE, so like the PCB that you can buy with it will be the Venom HE, but you can use other 60% as long as they have the same O-ring cutouts. Like you could get your own PCB for it. But I set the product page up, so I'll show you that too. So this is what it'll look like tomorrow. So it says $115, but you're forced to pick a $20 plate. So that'll update to be $135. And then you can pick a PCB or none, which it still comes with a plate, but no PCB. And then you can pick your plate, or you can pick an additional plate if you want. And then I'm also doing a bundle deal where if you buy Night V4 stabilizers, you get 15% off, as well as 70 of any HE switch. You also get 15% off. So it's just you'll be able to get everything in one go except for the keycaps on sale, which you could buy keycaps too. There's some keycaps in stock. Let me see, like bowl blanks would work on it. SW Wild. DCS intro. But yeah, that is what the product page will look like. So I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the PCB. You have to make sure it has the correct O-ring cutouts, pretty much. But yeah, that is the page, I guess. Do you guys have any questions? Otherwise, I'll get into showing you the keyboard. Yeah, I'll show the PCB close up when I'm building it. Alright. Would you guys like to see them all now? Or should I build first and then show you all the colorways? No access granted. To what? All now? Okay. Oh yeah, it's the link will go live tomorrow at 10. That's why you can't see it yet. But alright, here is the black one. So black with black carbon fiber. This one's built, but they won't come built, obviously. But then it's got the black carbon fiber, which I gotta wipe this off. It is my fingerprints all over it. But here is the black, anodized. You can see nice big cuts here, a nice carbon fiber bottom, little stainless steel badge. Nice angled sides. And then the black carbon fiber accents, top and bottom. And then this one's the white coat. Yeah, PCB snaps would work. So here's the white coat with the silver, which I really like the silver carbon fiber here. It matches nicely with the stainless steel. But that's the white. Which I'll show these again at the end in case anybody missed it. And then we have silver with silver carbon fiber as well. This is silver anodized, whereas the last one was white coating. So there you go. And then lastly, last but not least, is the red, which is the one I'll be building. The red one is with black carbon fiber. And this one's HHKB. I think it's a really nice red. You get the black carbon fiber there. And yeah, catches the light nicely. So that's what I'll be building today. And then I'll show the rest of the kit contents, I guess. I already did the stabilizers because I have built this unit before. But I'll be using carbon fiber plate. And then the Venom 60HE 7U PCB. And night stabs, which this is compatible with screw-in stabilizers. And then it comes with your O-ring. The HHKB blockers, which we'll use. The screws to screw the plate to the PCB, and then daughter board, which normally the daughter board is in the PCB, so you just snap that out and then plug the JST in. The USB's on the left, but you need to remove it. It needs to have a JST for this to work. So yeah, the Salvation PCB wouldn't work now that I think about it. Because the Venom, you can remove it. But yeah, here's the accessories. And then here's the PCB. So the Venom's been around a lot for a while. It's the Geon PCB here. So you'll just have to pop out the little dotted board there, and then take the USB header off, and then you should be set. Yeah, since I already have the stabs done, I can just start building, I guess. It should be a pretty quick build. But I'll put keycaps on the black one, I think, so we can look at both of them, since they'll be different builds. And I'm gonna install these screws first. How hard is it to do? That's not hard at all. There's little mouse bites on it already, so you just need to use like pliers or something to grab it, or your hands. Which, let me just make sure I don't need to install these first. I don't think you do. I think they just plug in now. Yeah. I'll just do it now anyways. But these little blocker things make it so the O-ring stays in the corner. Have you tested much for HE switches? I've tested some. Any rec for someone who likes the sound of milky yellows? I think you might like these ones. They're slightly cheaper, but I'll put all the ones that I have in stock in here, just a few switches, just so you can see how it sounds. But I think the Eglinton ones will be a little deeper sounding. There you go. Milky yellow HE. But I'm just screwing the plate to the standoffs. For HE, you need to do that. I mean, the in-stock sale runs until it's sold out, because they're in stock. So some units might sell out faster. There's only some of the colorways and layouts, there's only a few units of. There's not all that many total either, but they'll be there until they're not, I guess. We'll see. I don't know exactly how long it'll take to sell out. Which switch are those that you have, the orange one? Yeah, these are what I'll be building today, and they're the AGS Radiant. So they're HE switch designed by Eglinton, and they're made by HMX. I haven't tried these yet, so I'm excited to try them. I have just under 80 units total, so not a ton. There's like, I think there's like 25 black and silver, and then like 15 red and white, something like that. But there's only like, if there's only like 3 wing keyless white or something like that. But yeah. I might even be able to squeeze in 2 builds today, because I think HE is really quick to build, especially gummy O-ring like this. Kind of like liquid red, but it would be hard to find good matching switches. I mean, or matching cats. Okay, fair. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw the beige on, mostly because I want to try SWG Beige, which I'll talk about it more once I start building or putting them on. But Any method to your switch install in terms of order or pattern? I've seen various tips for starting with corners and working on cross and stripes. Well, for this build, it doesn't matter very much because it's HE, so it has the standoff, so that helps keep the plate up already. So it doesn't really matter, but normally I'll do, if it's a really flexible plate, I'll do like these, and then I use a plate fork to do the middle ones, and then I just start from the bottom and move up. That's what I normally do. But I would recommend a plate fork, I'd say. You're handling the Garen 62, right? Yes. When is your group after that? January 15th. So next week. Thursday. What's the favorite keyboard I made? Probably Pangea. Full size. The Garen is MX, EC, or HE. 20. I wish it was 2016. But I know what you meant. It is starting off strong with 60s. Yeah, the Pangea's in high demand, it seems. Well, there's the build already. Actually, these switches look sweet. They're not going to match the red very nice, but imagine the silver or white cases look really nice. Alright, so now I'll put the daughter board in, which you would have to take out of the PCB just as a reminder to do that before you start building. But since I already built this, it's already out. Oops, mounts upside down, by the way. Oops, the build command's wrong. We're building the Vella 60 PE with eglets on, or AGS radiant switches on carbon fiber. And it's red HHKB. Yeah, that's very outdated. Oops. I'm really excited to check out these SWG keycaps. Thanks for the recommendation, Annette. It's much appreciated. Vella 60. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any of the Venom MX PCBs, only the HE. But you'll be able to. You can use your own PCB and just buy this bare bones. You're not forced to buy a PCB with it. Any good higher pitch? The chocolate cherry, or not cherry, Gatoron chocolate smoothie switches on bulkkeyboards.com are pretty nice. If you go to my stream from yesterday when I showed the whole collection, there was a few builds with it. Yeah, I think MX sounds better, but I'm gonna use this for gaming. So it's nice to have at least one HE build. But I feel ya. I think it sounds pretty good actually. Well, we'll see how this build is. The last build I did with Gion Raw HEs was nice. And then I haven't tried these switches, so I'm not exactly sure how it'll sound. But then if you have a blocker one, you have to take that off. But as you can see here, this is some smart design from Agleton. So it has these steps so that the front height can be lower while still having this backplate. And then it also has cutouts here for the O-ring to wrap around if you have screw-in stabilizers. So you can use screw-ins with this. And it's the same thing up here. So very good design there. Because that's kind of a common annoyance with drop-in O-ring is that you need to use clip-ins, but these ones you don't. Oh wait, I'll check the image and it 1 second. What games do I play? Well, right. Recently I've been playing Minecraft, honestly, just for fun. We started a new world in the 2-week phase. So we'll see how long it lasts, but if I buy one, I might take it up and show it off the U of M esports team. Oh, nice. Oh, what set would I suggest in it? It's a good. I like that keyboard, by the way, but like, I mean, Wob would look good. Otherwise, Ski Data. Ski Data would look good, I think. What's Doctor? Yeah, it's 50. Do you think this is one of the better HE boards? Yeah, definitely. Most of the previous HE keyboards have been like, they just make them as cheap as possible, so there's like no design to them. So I think this one is nice for that reason. Plus the Gion PCB has one of the better softwares. Like Wooding's obviously got good software and Rocka has good software, but then I would say Venom's right up there with those two. Because some of like the other random boards have bad software, which is annoying when you have like where HE kind of relies on the software to be able to customize it nicely. So yeah. And you just drop this guy in there. Sometimes it's easier if you use something to kind of push the O-ring. Just make your life easier. There we go. Same down there, and there we go. But there you can see how the O-ring kind of just goes into that little gap. Very nice touch. Darling, I think I'm gonna use SWG Beige. But yeah, this is definitely one of the best HE boards, in my opinion. Especially for the price, like $140 for this case, even is really nice. See, there's 4 pieces, or 5 with the little badge, and it's just well CNC'd and anodized, so it's nice. And it's you're not stuck with tray mount. So I think you'd be happy with it. Very curious about SWG. Me too. I haven't even opened it yet. It just arrived before the stream. Is there going to be a yellow color? No, there's only the silver, white, red, and black. How would you compare to the Frog Mini Legera? I don't have the Frog Mini Legera, but based on what everybody said about it, that sounds terrible. At least that's what I've heard. I haven't tried it, but I think this is a lot better. Plus, it's got more to the design, you know, more pieces and stuff. Do you have the keys? I don't, unfortunately. So I can't try it. But I've never liked those any better than O-ring. I think O-ring sounds way better than key snaps. Like in an O-ring board, I don't think there's much of a reason to use those instead, especially when you need a plate like on HE. Alright, let's check out SWG, which, first of all, SWG Keys always says very nice packaging design. Very cute design. So this is the base kit. If you think O-ring's too stiff, you just need to use a softer O-ring. When did SW become SWG? SWG is their new line, so it's a new manufacturer and new molds. So that's why it's SWG. So SW is their old line, and SWG is the new line. So they're not going to be continuing SW. So like all the new keycaps from SWG Keys will be SWG lineup. I don't know what to tell you if the 30 Duro is too soft or too stiff still. What's the difference between new SWG Beige and older? Well, one's the kitting, two's the manufacturer, and then I think those are PBT, right? So this is ABS, double shot, and I think the overall quality is just a little better, like the legends and everything. Yeah, design also does matter, that's true. Both said the SWG is ABS, but the legend are PBT. Not all of them, so I'll explain that. So, first off, here's the base kit. So it is beige, in fact. As I would hope it would be. But there's what it comes with. So these are full ABS. So anything with only 2 colors is full ABS. And then here, once I get to the tulip, I'll show. But here's the base kit. So it's a TKL base kit with some 4D support, ISO. Has some like SW novelty keys. Pretty cute. Some 40s. Some space bars for Alice. But like, I'm really impressed with the legends already. It's like very clean double shotting. Show the underside of the 2U backspace. Sure. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the molding. It looks really good. I know they spent a long time refining it, but there you can see it all. It's double shot, yep. Put this in the wrong spot. But then there's also, so this will be in stock on my website. It'll be $65 for the base, which is great pricing in my opinion. And then also we have the tulip kit, which I'm really very excited about this. This is probably what I'm most excited about, SWG Beige. I can compare it to GMK after this. Yeah, it's double shot ABS. So the only kits or the only keys that have any PBT is these 4. So these are, and the reason that is because it's die subbed and then shot over. So like if you saw Cap MV or Cap Classic Dark or whatever, or Light, it's like that. So this part, the top part, like all the beige part, is all ABS, but then the inner shot is PBT. so that it can be dye subbed. But it allows you to get super clean molds, like, or clean legends. Like, look at how clean that is. Okay, if I stop dropping it, like, look how clean the colors are, and they're flat. It's not like GMK UV where it has a big texture. Ooh, there we go. So all those colors are dye subbed, but double shot. So super clean. So there you go. And then lastly, and that'll be $13. And then next is the numpads. This is the last kit, which will be $14. I can understand my European friends are excited about Tulip, but does it seem much in demand? I mean, it's one of the most popular CRP sets, and I think people like it just because it looks clean, or it's just a cool add-on. Yeah, so it's mostly aesthetic. Do I think Red Santa? I think it would, yeah. So we don't need this today, but here's the numpad kit. Pretty standard numpad. Alright, let's start putting keycaps on the keyboard. Oh wait, I gotta figure out where Tulip goes. I can't remember now. I just feel like I messed it up. Oh yeah. Not the 1 and 2, obviously, but the other ones. How thick's the keycap? 1.3 to 1.4 millimeters is what they say. this one. This one. And I think backspace to the next tray. How do your pockets feel after buying a final mouse? Oh, I've had this one for years. SWJ tray any good? Or SWG? Yeah. Yeah, they're really nice. They're like the curative trays. Actually good storage trays that don't take up a ton of space either. So that's a plus for me. So let's see. Very flat space bar. Good sign. And control there. Backspace here. Shift. There you go. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much a curative tray. But it's nice they made, I like the touch of the beige color plastic. Ooh, sounds good. All right, should we do a sound test? Sound test time. So this is, oh, the monkey type's huge. So this is Vella 60PE with AGS radiant switches on carbon fiber with SWG beige keycaps. Vella will be released at 10 a.m. CST. I actually really like how these sound. Both the keycaps and switches. Dull. I don't think it's dull. Not bad at all. I agree. I think I'll let me put some. Well, I want to try a few things. I want to put Gian Raw switches since I think a lot of people have used those in just a few keys, and then also GMK. I want to A/B test SWG Beige with GMK, and then also switches. Yeah, these are AGS switches, which are some of the cheaper HE switches. They're made by HMX. Here's what they look like, and they look nice. Oops. Here's the switches. Pretty cute. I like the colorway. But let me put some Geon raw HE switches in here first. So I'm just gonna put 3 in, so we can kind of do side by side. Will I host the Seal group buy for Canada? I'll be the US vendor. I think there's a different Canada vendor. But yeah, I will be the US vendor. Oh, is this still plugged in? You think they need more time to cook? Well, how so? I think they sound pretty good. Let's do an A/B test with Geon switches. I have a Canadian vibe. I mean, I border Canada almost, so. Okay, yeah, so these, whoever was asking, Aloysius, I think, was asking about the Milky L's. I think you'd like the AGS better. So these are AGS. Not Geon. I do need to buy more Geon Raws though. Don't reuse them after taking them out of a plate because plastic bits come off. Oh yeah, yeah. They are higher pitched. I should say both these are unmodded. All right. Let me, what else was I gonna do? Keycaps, right. I'm gonna put the AGS back. Actually, let me leave these and then put peonies in JKL, since that's the other linear HE switch I have here. What is that Keycap puller? That's the TX multi-tool? Yeah, they sent it to me for Christmas. No, it's a Gatoron multi-tool. Gatoron. I tried modding some switches recently and I don't think it's really needed anymore. Yeah, most newer switches I don't think really need modding. So here's the lineup. We have AGS. I'm just gonna put the mic kind of in the middle. AGS, ASD, FGH or Geon Raw, and JKL are SWK peonies. I got this Keycap, it's a Gatoron one that they sent me for Christmas. So I don't know if it's for sale anywhere. But here is how they sound. So there you go. Geon is the best sounding. They do sound really good. They're more like, most like an MX switch, I think, out of these three. But I do like that these are slightly quieter. I think some other HEs are so loud. I like that these are slightly quieter. All right, I'm gonna put all the AGS switches back, and then do side by side of GMK with the SWG. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. It has a opener too. Switch opener, keycap puller, and switch puller. I'm just gonna put a few GMK switch or keycaps. All right, so this is SWG. SWG GMK. Pretty similar. And then like in terms of legends, here. Pretty similar. Here, I'll put these SWG on this. Pretty much the same. Oh yeah, good question. So, yeah, here. I don't think so. Am I crazy? Like, listen. Yeah, the cats got the treats right at the end of the stream yesterday. They did get their treats. Yeah, I would say I'm overall happy with all this stuff today. So this is just the first SWG set. I know they're already working on more, and I'll be stocking them. They'll mostly be sold in stock, I think, or with just short pre-orders. But short pre-orders help to determine how much to make of each kit, especially when there's something like this. So I'm kind of just guessing for how many tulip kits to buy, but I think they'll look at making more molds. I think this is just starting, I guess. Because they had to make all these molds. I'd also like 1.5 use supers would be nice. The difference is SWG are pretty much all ABS. They're new molds, new manufacturer. They can do cool stuff like this. Different trays, just a little different trays. See, I don't know because listen to this. This is PBT. This is a mix, and this is full ABS. This is also full ABS. So full ABS, PBT ABS, ABS. I don't know if Wob's on the way. Difference is quite no. I don't know. Is it? On this row, I can't tell at all. I don't know if it's the keyboard. Let me grab this here. All right, so this is PBT and ABS. ABS. This is. I don't think that's a good test. Let me try putting them in the middle, might be better. Yeah, that's better. Maybe like 2% higher pitched, but it's nowhere near the same as like a PBT keycap, a full PBT. Maybe it sounds thinner, maybe a little. I think the bigger thing is gonna be like on rubber or something. All the alphas are the same, so you're not really gonna notice. I think. Yeah, I'm really happy with his keycaps. Let's do one more sound test. Alright. So this is AGS switches with SWG Beige, the Vella, carbon fiber plate. What are your thoughts on the switches? I really like them. They're like less loud than other HE switches, and also slightly deeper sounding. Not deep, but deeper than other stuff. Yeah, I like them a lot. That's all I really have for the stream. I'll make a sound test video. But yeah, these keycaps are coming at the end of the month. The switches are in stock now, and then the Vella will be for sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. So here, let me show the page again. So just as a reminder, this will be available tomorrow, 10 a.m. CST. You can buy it bare bones or with a PCB. Either way, it comes with a plate. And then you can pick up stabilizers, night stabs, or any in-stock HE switch for 15% off if you bundle it with the Vella. So that's a great deal, in my opinion. You can get the full kit, everything you need to build it, except for keycaps. Yeah, and they'll all ship together, and it's fully in stock. So if you order it tomorrow, it should ship out on Monday or Tuesday. There's less than 80 total of all the colors combined. So, not a lot of I don't exactly know how long it'll take to sell out. We'll see. Yeah, the switch. There's quite a bit of switches and stabilizers though, but it's mostly the keyboards. Yeah. But yeah, a couple hours maximum. Yeah, we'll see. It'll depend how many people want a Vella, I guess. But I think it's one of the better HE keyboards to come out recently. Mostly you get different layouts. You can customize it a bit more. So yeah, I think anybody that picks up would be happy with it, and it's a great price, in my opinion. Yeah, we can go raid Manu here. But if you guys have any other questions about the keyboard or before the drop, feel free to ping me in Discord. I'll get back to you. Yeah, you too. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna raid Manu. But yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your Friday night.